take a look at the tail of tape for this World Tournament contest in the heavyweight division, brought to you by Bose. Oleg Popov is 33, Karl Williams is 35. Williams is 1 inch taller, weighed in 10 pounds heavier. 3-inch reach advantage favors Karl Williams.
Are you ready?
Oleg Popov's in the blue trunks, Karl Williams is in the dark. Winner advances to take on Rodrigo Nascimento in the semifinals. June is semifinal month. 3 weeks, 3 events. Nashville, Wichita, Chicago. Winners there will advance to the finals in the 2025 World Tournament.
I like this light movement on his toes from Popov. He's thrown a couple of good low kicks and some nice feints already. Showing some speed here, Popov.
Big heavy kick there again to the leg of Karl Williams.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in on that single leg pretty soon, Popov, especially if he takes a couple more of those low kicks.
One, two, he threw the jab to the chest of Williams, then came up high with the follow-up right, did Popov. Good combination there from Williams, inside leg kick, left hand. Good level change after the left hand from Popov. Here's those chopping elbows again.
He's on that single leg, but Karl Williams is making it incredibly difficult for him to get any kind of elevation on that leg. Seeing some of those Travis Brown elbows again. Beautiful work balancing through that by Karl Williams.
Popov with a head outside single, tried to run the pipe, but Williams hopped around the corner, managed to stay on his feet.
Don't grab, don't grab.
Popov shifts to the double now. Now he's gone to the other leg, head outside single on the other side.
Karl Williams making Oleg Popov pay, not only with the effort of trying to take Williams down, but every time an open side of that head peeks out, Williams is hammering it with elbows. Scan the QR code on your screen to get nitrogen-infused Valor energy drinks right now. Official energy drink partner of the PFL. Randy's got one here at the broadcast desk, not sharing with us.
No, I ain't sharing, not spit on you guys.
Reap. Popov took the left leg out from under Karl Williams.
Clever work. I like his position of his head as well. He's driving himself over onto the back of his opponent. Potentially here, Karl Williams is scrambling almost back to his feet, but he's got to be cautious given his back. Popov's not going to let him up that easily.
Nice job by Williams to get the quarter position, find the fence, and work his way up the fence back to the standing position. He's got to look to get an arm over, get a whizzer, and pummel inside now, get chest to chest. He's using that Kimura on Popov to try and create a scramble.
Good work by Karl Williams, giving Oleg Popov something to think about. Wasn't able to pull Williams over his own right leg to try to return him to the mat.
Drop to your hip, you turn it. You go Kimura there.
Under 2 minutes now in round number 1.
Hey, Karl, he's breathing like a motherfucker.
I love the corner in from Karl Williams' this team.
Eric Nixick in the corner from Extreme Couture. Mentioning the exertion of Oleg Popov.
You gotta work and stay busy, both fighters.
Popov looks like he's going to really try and elevate again. Beautiful work. Williams not accepting those scrambles again, but Popov's bound one of his legs up.
Nice head outside single, runs the pipe, Popov does. Williams pops right back up.
Tried that ankle ride for a minute, but Williams just didn't give it any respect, stood back up.
Here's the whizzer by Williams. Popov tries to pull him back over his hips. Great balance by Williams to stay on his feet.
Let go.
Coming up to 45 seconds in the first round. It's been all Popov offensive wrestling so far. And Karl Williams, if nothing else, has won a moral victory in this first round by forcing Popov to struggle for these takedowns. It's a real good statement for him here in this first round.
A little inside trip attempt by Popov. Williams adjusts. Front choke attempt by Williams, but I think more just to make Popov think about something else. There's the takedown
for Popov. He used that same trip.
You've got to wonder now whether the scrambling has drained out of Karl a little bit, or whether he realized we were so close to the end of the round.
Eric 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the corner of Karl Williams, Vadim Nemkov in the corner of Oleg Popov. They are training partners and pupils of the legend Fedor Emelianenko.
Round 2, you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 2 underway here in Orlando. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Dan Hardy on the broadcast desk. Ian Parker, our betting expert in the building. Jonathan Coachman and Kennedy Smith as well.
So 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the corner of Williams was saying that this is the round that he's going to get tired, but you've got to hustle off the fence. The way that Popov wants to win this fight is to hold you and wrestle you against the fence. It'll be interesting to see if Karl Williams is a little bit more, tries to expedite those clinched positions a bit more and gets out to a striking position. I do like this by Popov though. Smart work.
A couple of lead kicks, or kicks I should say, to the lead leg from Popov. Now goes inside on the thigh.
Popov does a good job of staying relaxed and using a lot of feints to try and draw out the next move of his opponent. And that's a fast jab for a big heavyweight. And he doesn't really commit to it either.
Good long jab from Karl Williams there in response to Popov flicking out that jab in the feints.
Oh, nice little left hook by Williams as Popov moved in.
Calf kick from Williams as well. Popov keeps feinting in and drawing out the looks from Williams with the lead hand to get underneath it like that, perhaps.
Great work. Lifting Popov up back to a 50-50 position. Now he's got a forearm in place to try and make some space, and he's off the fence. Smart work.
Nice job punching his way out of that clinch by Karl Williams. Williams more of a counter striker. I'd like to see him be a little more offensive with his hands. Let his hands go a little more. Give Popov, there you go. Give Popov a little more to think about.
There's a big hook from Popov. And Eric 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 telling Karl Williams no hooks. Does not want his fighter to throw the punches around the corner. Everything straight down the middle.
It's clever footwork from Karl there to get himself away from the fence and kind of matador Popov into the fence. Oh, that was a good right hand over the top. Popov in again on a single leg.
Popov switching from the double to the head outside single now.
Got that Kimura wrap. Only got one hand on it at the moment, but now he's got his hands together.
Williams is right in front of his own corner, just looking his coach in the eyes, taking this instruction.
Almost again. Karl with the balance.
Drop your left hand down a little bit deeper. Drop your left hand down a little bit deeper. Try to get to the wrist with your left hand.
And really useful for him to be right in front of Eric 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 getting coaching.
That hurt him. He hated that shit. He hated that shit. Do it again, Karl. Do it again. Let him keep hanging on you. We're gonna win this fight.
Popov lets go of that head outside single.
Offset or down.
Not enjoying the elbows to the side of the head, perhaps.
As well as carrying a lot of Karl Williams' weight from that single and double leg position. Little inside trip attempt by Popov. Williams not having it, steps off and keeps his balance.
It's interesting, every time Popov lowers his level to try and attack the base of Karl Williams, he's utilizing those elbows to the side of the head. And even though he's not necessarily hurting his opponent with each of them, it's certainly forcing Popov to come back up the body into a clinch and abandon the lower body takedowns.
Nice knee by Williams up the middle. again with the knee.
As round 2 comes to a close here, it's worth noting that, you know, the position battle has been won here by Popov, but the offense is coming from Karl Williams with these strikes. As you can see, the stats accumulating in his favor. He's now thrown 77, landed 59.
Yeah, I think Popov probably took the first round with his takedowns, but this second round, he's done a lot of clinching and not a lot of striking. So for me, Williams has probably stolen this second round purely based on his activity.
Randy, is this one tied up going into the third?
I have this 1 round apiece. I think Oleg Popov had the first round with the takedowns and control of position. He controlled the position in the second round, but the offense came from Karl Williams. He landed those elbows, he landed those punches around the head, and those were the difference in the second round. Oh, big right hand.
You can hear Eric Nixick in the corner saying no hooks. He doesn't want Karl Williams to throw any big wide shots that's going to give Popov the opportunity to level change underneath. And you can see Popov, he's playing that range very well. He's trying to force him to throw those hooks and expose himself.
The head fakes, the footwork in and out. He's trying to draw Karl Williams out. Karl's more of the counter puncher.
That was a good jab by Williams there. Caught Popov right in the eye and forced him to blink. Here's the takedown attempt again.
Oh, and he goes down. Outside single. Williams rolls over and gives up his back. And Popov now climbs on.
Now, in a fight like this one takedown scramble could really determine the scorecards. If Williams is able to keep this fight on the feet after Popov tries these 2 massive takedown attempts here, this might be just enough to break the back of Popov and allow Karl Williams to really take over with his strikes.
It's kind of the opposite psychologically. Very nice by Popov. Runs the pipe, head outside single, but Karl Williams is coming right back up to his feet. And it's almost the opposite psychologically of that guy that works his way all the way back to his feet and gets taken right back down. Here we got Popov, who's in deep on these singles, gets him down and he pops right back up. It's got to be frustrating for Popov.
Yeah, good point, Randy. He goes to all that effort to put Karl Williams on the mat, and before he knows it, Williams has scrambled back to his feet. And all that energy was for nothing.
And he's getting elbows and punches in the ear hole on top of it.
Look at the way Karl Williams just compromised the neck position of Popov, forcing his head down toward the mat. The body follows the head. My Russian is not good enough to know what is being said to Oleg Popov from the corner right now. But you have to wonder what the strategy is, continuing to pursue this takedown while also absorbing strikes and not having success in holding Karl Williams down, even if you do get him to the mat.
Yeah, I would be trying to get him to break and strike a little bit, Popov. I feel like he's probably got the better gas tank here, the better mobility when he's out of space. And I just think there's always a concern that Karl Williams might crack him with something. Because Popov's not the biggest of punchers, right? He's not going to land something solid on Karl Williams with one shot. It's going to be a slow deterioration. Look at the big deep breath from both of these guys. 2 minutes to go.
A restart from our referee with 2 minutes to play. Williams with a big body kick.
Got some noise in this studio tonight for these 2 big boys.
A little more forward pressure from Karl Williams.
Popov tried the counter left hook as Williams kicked the inside of his leg.
Now these boys are both tired.
That work against the cage is not always the most exciting, but it might be the most grueling form of fighting. Oh, good hook from Popov. Can he string something together behind it?
Popov certainly still has some pop left in those punches.
How many times have we seen that hook from Fedor Emelianenko in his old fights?
Oh, and he charges forward into the clinch. Williams has got to keep his back off the fence here. He tries, but Popov drives forward inside the last minute. Good effort by Karl Williams here. Doing a good job of fighting that wrist, trying to pass it across the body to his other hand. Here's the frame again across the face, goes for a knee, big knee.
Nice big knee by Williams.
Double unders here for Popov. Can he make something happen? Or will, no, Karl Williams builds this frame.
And that first knee nailed 100 strikes landed for Williams, compared to 35 for Popov. I know he's been on the takedowns a lot, but you've got to think the striker to Karl Williams is starting to run away with this a little bit, at least on the numbers, and now he's in on his own takedown the last 10 seconds.
Big swings.
Williams separates and throws two big ones. To finish. To the judges' scorecards we will go.
Judge Solimar Miranda scores the fight 29-28 in favor of Williams. Troy Winkapal scores the fight 29-28 in favor of Popov. Jason Grenier scores the fight 29-28 for your winner. Advancing to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, Oleg Popov!
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.